I need to tell you about the weirdest 3 days in American foreign policy since the last 3 days, because that's just where we are now. Now, here's the headline you're not seeing enough of. The sitting vice president of the United States went on to the Joe Rogan podcast and basically accused Israel of running a blackmail operation and the U.S. government using Jeffrey Epstein. I'll wait. Read that again. Not a random senator, not a podcast bro with a Substack, the Vice President J.D. Vance, the guy who is currently in the Naval Observatory eating dinner off Air Force Two dishware, went on the most popular podcast on planet Earth and said out loud that Epstein had a direct relationship with Israel and that Israel used Epstein, meaning, and I'm just doing basic reading comprehension here, Epstein was flying politicians and generals and rich important guys out to that island, filming them to God knows what, and Israel had the tapes, which means Israel has been running the most expensive blackmail Rolodex in human history. And J.D. Vance just told 11 million people about it while eating a protein bar. And the wild part, Vance's name has never once shown up in the Epstein files. Not once. Out of every single person orbiting Trump, every single one, Vance is the one guy with a clean file. So when he says this, it doesn't sound like deflection. It sounds like a guy who's been sitting on a grudge waiting for the mic. But that's not even the headline. Here's the actual headline. America and Iran are at war, and the vice president just admitted on tape that he thinks it's a mistake. Let's back up, because the last 48 hours have been unhinged even by 2026 standards. So the US and Iran are shooting at each other again. Trump restarted this thing after allegedly over 200 cargo ships lined up to basically beg Iran, hey, let us sail through peacefully. We'll respect whatever terms you want. Iran says all those ships would have sailed through just fine if the war hadn't restarted. Now, nothing's moving. The Strait of Hormuz, the single most important 21-mile wide choke point on Earth, the place a fifth of the world's oil sails through, is functionally closed. Not because Iran minded, because ship owners looked at the situation and said, cool, we don't trust the U.S. Navy's security guarantee, and just stop. Read that again too. America told the shipping industry, we got you. And the shipping industry said, respectfully, no, you don't.